everybody. It's day 3 of our 30-day yoga challenge. Let's get going. Ooh, hands overhead, reaching for the sky. Up on the toes, up on the toes, up on the toes. And forward fold, halfway down, flat back, gazing forward. Oh good, my assistant's here. We can get going. All the way up, hands overhead. Reaching for the sky, tiny little back bend. And to neutral, up on the toes, up on the toes, up on the toes. Forward fold, halfway down, flat back. And release, ragdoll, hands heavy, head heavy. Stretching out that lower back. And twist it over to the left. Back through center, twist it over to the right. And walk those hands out. Down dog. Woo. Pedal it out, pedal it out. Hips to the sky. Shoulders and chest reaching for the floor. Point that left toe and raise to the sky for our three-legged dog. And release. Pedal it out, pedal it out. And the right side, point that right foot. Raise the right leg. Three-legged dog on the right side. And release, pedal it out, pedal it out. And coming to a plank, gazing forward, hold that plank for a sec. And chaturanga, release to the floor. Feet flat to the floor, raising up to our cobra. Your cobra can be down here, if you like. Just remember to leave those. Get those legs locked together, zip them, zip them, zip them. Hi, what are you doing? You coming to join me? Hi. And release, slide those arms all the way out, forehead to the floor, reaching out with that right hand. Stretching the shoulder blade. Reaching out with the left finger, walk them forward. Woo. Release the right. And release the left. Hands folded in front. Reaching up. Chin to the hands. Bend that left leg. Bring the foot up. Reach around with that left hand and grab that foot. Nice quad stretch. Also feel it in your abs. Keeping those hips locked onto the floor. In other words, don't let your left hip come up. Keep your left hip on the floor. It's hard. And release. Left hand comes back in, bend that right foot, right knee, and slide the right hand back, grabbing that right foot. Again, keeping the hips locked on the floor. Nice quad stretch on the right. Woo. And release, slide that right hand back in. And hands to chest to shoulder width. Curl those toes under and pop it back up into down dog. Woo. Pedal it out, pedal it out. And point that left foot and raise that left leg a little bit higher this time. In our three-legged dog, I can feel that my left hip is wanting to kick up. We want to keep our hips even, and just raise the leg. So there's the challenge in that one. And release, pedal it out, hips high to the sky, shoulders and chest reaching for the floor. Point that right foot and raise the leg. Again, see, my problem is I want to do that. Open it up. Just raise the leg for a three-legged dog. You can flip it later. And release. Pedal it out, pedal it out. You should find that your heels are getting closer to the floor. Maybe even touching. Woo! A little bit here and there. Coming back into plank. Holding here for just a sec. And lowering down, chaturanga. And up into our cobra. And releasing down. Hands straight in front. Reach that right hand forward a few inches. Stretching that, the lats. The scapula, side body on the right, in the back, and release the right. Walk that left hand out. And bend both of those legs, and reach back with both hands. Woo. And we've got our bow pose. Pressing those feet through the hands. It's an intense pose. You might only get a couple seconds out of this one. And release. Woo. 2 deep breaths to the right. Right ear down. And switch. Left ear down. 2 deep breaths. And slide those hands up onto all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Cat-cow. Didn't think you're gonna get away with not doing any cat-cows today, did you? A few times each direction. Really dig into them. Feel that in your abs, your lower back, the chest. And cross those ankles in the back, and let's get into our easy seat. Hands overhead. Man, whoop, I'm too slow here. Hands overhead and reaching to the right. Gentle twist to the right. Right arm behind, supporting. You can even take your left hand to your right thigh and press through for support. And through center. It's overhead, twist to the left. Left hand behind for support. Grab that left thigh with your right hand, twist, get a little deeper twist. And release. Coming into onto our back. Let's get set up for a nice bridge set here. So we're going to roll our shoulders under. You can use a block or a pillow under your hips if you like for this, for a supported bridge. I like to use my hands, so I'm going to pop up in and place my hands under my hips for support in my bridge. Make sure you roll the shoulders under and pressing through the backs of the arms into that bridge. Nice high hip weight in the heels. So get the weight in the heels, pressing through the heels to get a little higher. It's such a beneficial pose. Breathing through. Pressing through the back of the arms and the heels, lifting those hips up higher. 2 more breaths. And release 1 vertebrae at a time down onto the ground. Woo. And let's drop those knees to the right. And drop those knees to the left, equalizing that lower back. Back to center. Right knee in, left knee in, and roll it around. Nice lower back massage. Woo. And feet to the floor. Again, make sure that your weight is in your heels. And we're going to take our right ankle to our left knee and just press through there. Take your right hand and press that right thigh away from you while keeping both hips locked on the floor. The tendency sometimes is to roll to that side, so just make sure you've got your hips anchored. It takes a little bit more core control to do that. That's what we want. And now we're going to lift that left foot in the air, reach through, and bring that left leg close to us. And here we're stretching the piriformis on the right, the hamstring and glutes on the left. You can do some point and flex while you're up here. This is one you could just get into and hang out here for a few minutes on each side. This is your alternate for the sleeping pigeon. If that position doesn't work for you, then this is a good alternate. Get some good stretches in the lower back, hamstrings, glutes, piriformis, all those little tendons and muscles that need to be relaxed on the inner thigh. Need some flexibility in there. And release, dropping the left foot. Let's unwind and set up on the other side. Weight in the right heel, left ankle, right knee, pressing through. Take your left hand, press through, keeping both hips locked on the floor. Don't let that right hip come up. Not for this particular pose. And then we're going to raise it up and swing through, pulling that right leg close to us. Point and flex, point and flex. This feels good. I feel this in the lower back as well. That nice pressure on the lower back, kind of rounding it out. More breaths here. And release. Feet to the floor. Take it from side to side a few times. Now we're going to extend that left leg, point. Don't let it hit the floor. Do a few little pulses, about 20 pulses here. Pressing through your right heel for balance. So it's a little Pilates section added here at the end. Keeping both hips locked onto the floor, even, activating the core. And release. Bring that right foot. Pulses. Weight in the left heel. Little pulses, about 20 of them, making sure that both hips are even and locked down. Activating that core. And release. Knees to the right, knees to the left. One more time each side. Ooh, that feels good on the lower back. And extend that left leg and place it down. Extend that right leg, place it down, arms out to your side. Woo. Just take a minute, let your legs fall open, let your hands relax, close your eyes for just a minute. Take about 10 deep breaths. And open your eyes, wiggle your hands and feet. Some motion back in there. Let's bring the knees up and over to the side, rolling to the side and up into a nice easy seat. Woo. Hands to knees. One last shoulder roll. Deep breath. Excellent. Thank you for joining me for day 3 of our yoga challenge. I will see you in the morning at 7 a.m. See you tomorrow, guys.